Alright, it's going.
How we doing? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, happy.
Me, Stilo,
Soda?
back at you. Today we think we're gonna do an album review.
Yeah. We'll do one on Cody Jinks, the Adobe Sessions.
Adobe Sessions, yes. Before we get started on that, let's go ahead and introduce what we got here. I got my Dagner Hooligan Poker. This one was a gift from my wife, our anniversary gift. And probably one of my favorite pipes, man. It's damn good smoke. Out of it, I'm smoking the last of my cult conspiracy.
He's very depressed.
Yes. It's good stuff, but it's my tobacco's depleting fast. I need to get some real quick. I need a restock.
Yeah, I'm still, I got corn cob today. I mixed it up. Figured I'd go ahead and bring this one today instead of a briar that I have. This is only the two that I've got, so I'm gonna hopefully next paycheck we'll see about getting myself another one. Don't know what kind yet, but I like to go shopping around a little bit. But I've got Captain Jack, what is it called? Captain Black. That's not Captain Jack. That's another weirdo. Captain Black.
Captain Jack's like when you mix both drinks together, huh?
Makes you do little funny, weird things.
Yeah. It sounds like a good mix right there.
Yeah, it might.
The rum and whiskey, it probably is not actually. I don't think so. Nonetheless, here we got Cody Jinks, Adobe Sessions.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to be reviewing today. I've been listening to it almost nonstop. It's not a day that goes by where I don't listen to it at least once.
Yeah.
At least for the last week and a half, man. I've been on it, and I've been really listening to it.
Okay. I picked up I picked it up about a month ago, the album, and I listened to it once, gave it a once through. I liked what I heard, but I didn't really sit. You know, the way I am, I like to get albums, and then I'll go through it once, and then later on, you know, I'll go ahead and really immerse myself in the music, where I'll put it on repeat and listen to it every single day, all day sometimes, depending what I'm doing. And me being a night janitor, and everything, I really have that opportunity to do stuff like that. 8-hour shift by myself, nothing but music. So on
see, that's got to be nice, then.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, and then you hear different music. You hear about different bands and stuff. And on my break, I'll just sit there and look through albums and stuff, and download whatever I can.
See, what I get is like when I'm driving, taking my kids to school or picking them up, or going to pick up my wife from work, and then I'll sit there and I'll put the music on, and that's when I get to listen to it, really.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can just kick back in the living room and put something on and just listen.
It's been a while since I've done that, man. I love.
Sometimes it works out that way, Once the kids are settled down, they're not yelling, screaming at each other,
I've got an old school sound, I guess I don't like saying sound system, but it's a music player, I guess, and it's got 3 different tiers. You got your record player on the top, you got your radio, you got your cassette deck, and then you have your 5-disc CD. But it also has an AV outlet in the back, so you can hook up your phone or whatever MP3 device in the back of it.
Okay.
And listen to that way. But I've got 6 different little speakers all hooked up in the back.
Nice.
Whatever speakers I've come across, I've just wired them together and. So sometimes I like, when I get that chance, I'll go ahead and turn on some music and like to hear the windows rattle.
I need to get me a new one, because I need one that has all that together. The one record player I bought, when they first came out, was just the cassette, AM, FM, and the record. And then, they didn't have the MP3 hookup.
Okay.
Or the auxiliary, rather. And then, I haven't had much luck in trying to find another record player. I took my record player down to my in-laws. Yeah. And it's been down there for the last 3 years, and I haven't gotten it back. But
I've got a record player, like an actual working one. One of those old school ones that they came out back in like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Priscilla, my wife, she had bought me one for my birthday, and it's got it's got the tape deck on the side. It's got the record player and the AM, FM, and a single CD.
Yeah.
And then of course the MP3 hookup in the back. But
for whatever reason, that's what I thought you were talking about before.
No, this was like a 1980, maybe 90s.
Never mind, I was out in my own little world.
You can adjust all the, the equalizer and stuff.
Yeah.
On the front there. This is old school. I'll have to take a picture of it and send it to you. But, anyways,
Yeah, I'd like to check it out.
when it comes to the album, I
Cody
finally
Jinks.
finally listened to it, and I just fell in love with that album in general. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes me want to go back and listen to his prior
Was it-
catalog.
I think when I actually heard Cody Jinks, it wasn't too long ago.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know about him until probably about a good 2 or 3 months from today, I guess I would say. I think Casting the Stones was the first one I actually heard,
Mm-hmm.
and it was Adobe Sessions. So Adobe Sessions just came out, and that was the one being promoted. So and then I heard, I found out that he has other albums and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have yet to listen to a lot of those. I've heard maybe 1 or 2 tracks from the other albums.
Okay.
But as far as Adobe Sessions, you can tell it was different from the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It felt different. It was.
Okay.
I think the emotion was different with Adobe Sessions. I think maybe this one was really thought out, prepared, and really was personal for him.
That's the vibe I get off.
You know?
Like I had never listened to his other stuff, like I said, but this one felt like he had grown up a lot.
Yeah.
In a sense, like he's.
Which makes me want to
realizing-
actually go back and listen to the previous
Yeah.
albums, and see where
where it
he's
was
standing,
at.
right.
Not
I mean,
just grown up as an artist, but as a musician, but in his own personal life. It felt like that he had, he's a young guy, man. He seems like he's already been around the
Mhm.
block, 2 or 3 times, and the songs convey that, especially like Mama's song.
yes,
That song, there's little hints that I think that he puts in there. He was a hard rocking guy, and then from that song you go to the last track, Rock and Roll, where he's basically saying that's the song that hit home for me.
I don't want to rock and roll no more.
Being a musician and doing, we never toured, but we.
No, but
did
we
the
had
shows.
some nights
Oh yeah, man.
where they
We
were just
crazy.
we were crazy and wild, and I mean, hey, man, people are handing you drinks and getting you drunk, and you don't spend a dime, but man, you're not trying to be rude and say, no, I don't need it or I don't want it, and you got to drink it. You know what I'm saying?
No, not just
And
that.
I remember.
I think we bought into that.
Yeah, I think it was the whole vibe too. Here I am now, mid-30s, and I'm just like, I don't really feel like.
Mm-hmm.
My wife had a house party yesterday
Mhm.
that she was invited to, for the graduates of her school and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go. Don't want to go. And at first she was like, yeah, I want to go. And then this morning she sees that it was just a bunch of kids.
Mm.
And that was my thing. Like I've been there, done that. And these are people who still are into that.
Yeah.
And I don't need it anymore. And that's the thing. Like I don't want to party. I don't want to get drunk. I don't mind getting a little buzz or anything, like relaxing or something. I don't get drunk anymore.
Oh, man.
And I know when we were playing shows and
Even
doing
when we
stuff.
were just going to parties and stuff, man.
Yeah, and even
as
the
a
house
band,
parties, yeah. It
We
was
weren't even playing. We were just there.
so there's
hanging out.
there's a lot to relate to as far as that
Yes.
one. That last track, man, like I said. And it's got this, like I've told you, this Randy Travis
Yes.
vibe to it.
Yes.
His voice.
The vocals.
The vocals are there.
It's
and
very
it's just
subtle.
like,
And certain
Man.
words, that the way he enunciates, or even the way he moans a little bit,
Mhm.
in the I don't know. You would anybody that listens to Randy Travis, you would understand that Travis has got kind of like that painful sound to his voice, where like he's always in pain, emotionally and everything that comes out. And
Yeah.
Cody Jinks kind of has that, especially when it's just him and the guitar. It's a very stripped down song. You hear it a lot more. It's very more prominent.
yes.
And I don't know, man. That song, that one, and David. I told you inside. before
Another
we did
yeah.
this.
Another emotional one.
That one right there. I mean, that would get him. I mean, if he really wanted to, it could probably shoot him up to the top. Whether he's tried it already and they're just record labels are just no, or he maybe just don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But it is a very different album altogether. It's not. It's a country album, but it's not. How do I put it?
He took it serious.
Very serious, but it's not like you listen to.
He wanted this one to be heard. He
Yes.
wanted it to be listened to in a voice in a way that was relatable to maybe someone else going through the same thing. being someone who's lost a best friend,
Yeah.
being someone who's partied hard and just came to a point where it's like, I don't need that anymore. Like the, those are revelations I've come through. There's times where I was just like, I was in my late 20s, and I did that. I was like, no, I don't want to go out anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
What's
I'm
the
going through
point
it right now.
What's the point, man?
I just turned 28.
All the drama, all the everything, So I mean, I get it. I think the one that hits home with me right now is Cast No Stones.
That I just actually put a little. I like to put lyrics up on Facebook, and I put some lyrics on that.
Yeah, it's
from
great.
There, and it hits home for me too. On that end, growing up in a very Christian household, and I am one. I'm backsliding, but a part of me wants to get back. Because of my kids and everything. But the other part of me is like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't want to deal with the hypocrites and all that stuff. And this song really puts that.
That's it. And when I grew up in a church, in a church-going family, a religious family and stuff, and it's not that I never stopped believing or wasn't a believer at any point. I just came to a point where it's like, you know what, I don't need those people in my life. And I mean, there was times where I've gotten debates, and it's like, you know what, who are you to judge me for what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And it's that you teach one way and you do another.
Another.
And that's exactly how I feel about that song.
Yeah.
And I love it. He
like that
he
line.
worded it perfectly.
That line in the chorus, pull out your Bible and I'll pull out mine.
Yeah.
Let's sit here.
Let's sit here and see what's going on. Exactly.
You're just wasting my damn time.
Exactly. I'm not driving the whole world to hell. You're wasting my time. His wording is perfect. Almost every song on here is just perfectly done. Loud and heavy,
Yeah, that's a good one. Dirt. That one's an emotional
God.
one.
Yeah, dude, that one
about
hits.
The dirt, the Dust Bowl depression. Very. I mean, the first lines on there. There was dirt in our house. There was dirt on our beds, dirt on our clothes, and a little bit of dirt whenever we got the chance to eat. Of the little that we ate.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's gone through some tough times, and this was it. This is his.
Oh yeah.
This
makes me more hyped to go see him now.
Exactly.
We're gonna actually go see him and meet him.
Which is originally why I wanted to listen to it anyway. I listened to it. It's like I got to know what this guy's about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it because I knew Whitey Morgan, man. I'm all about Whitey Morgan. I was pumped for that. But man, we're gonna go see Cody Jinks, and he's big on this. He's the co-headliner. So let's go check him out.
He's I'm pretty sure Whitey was the one who brought him in for this
Yeah,
show.
I think so.
It seems like they're very close.
They're buddies. Yeah.
And I like to go to shows like that. Like when we went and saw Jamie Johnson and everything. With that one, you could tell that he was buddies with Randy and Lee and Willie. There was a chemistry there. Even though they never really sang each other's songs, but you could tell when one guy got off the stage, the other one came on, and they were vibing off that.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff.
And I want to see that. That's what I like to see. I like to see stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I saw a video of the tour. I mean, because they're in the tour now.
Yeah.
And I saw a video of a performance, and they were singing George Jones' Choices together.
That's a good one.
They were doing it together on stage. I think it was Whitey It was supposed to be his show, but there's Cody, man, singing along with everybody. He has his arm over the guitarist, and they're just singing Choices, and I'm like, that's the moment I want. I want to see that on stage, because that it shows the camaraderie that that you have to have when you're on the road.
Yep. A good one too would be probably what's going to come close to that. Seeing what you saw was when the Shooter Shooter Jennings and Jamie Johnson's show that was in L.A. And it was just like them and the guitars, acoustic guitars. Well, Shooter had an acoustic and Jamie had a Wayland's Fender. So they were sitting there just picking whatever songs. They didn't have a set list or nothing. They just, what do you want to play now? What do you want to play?
That's awesome.
Or Jamie would start picking something and Shooter be right there, with the rhythm, getting into it.
I wish I saw that show, man.
Oh, it was a good show. They did, the first half was with, what's her face? I can't believe. Jessica Coulter.
Oh.
They did the first half was with her on piano, doing her hits and everything. Really pushing her to the forefront for the younger crowd. This is respect. Not just because she's my mom, Shooter's mom or anything, but respect the legend. Get to know, get into her stuff. And I was surprised to see there was a lot of young people like us singing, especially women, singing along with her music and everything. That was pretty cool.
It was like when we saw Merle.
Yeah.
I think we're sitting next to people our age.
Yep.
More than anything. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a good vibe. I mean, there was a good mix of young and old there. I mean,
And that's what I'm happy to see this show, man. This
yeah,
show,
I'm hoping.
and I'm glad that I got into this album. I'm gonna go before we got 2 weeks before, about a week before we have to go. We're gonna go see them. I'm gonna get his other stuff from his catalog, and I'm gonna download it, buy it, whatever I'm gonna have to do to get it, and listen to it. I really want to go into this knowing.
I get my
his
stuff mainly on
material.
Amazon. Amazon's basically what I
Yeah.
got. It's easy for me to get on there. I don't have an
Amazon
iTunes or
and-
anything like that, but you know what? But his stuff is there on Amazon, so
Mhm.
I'll check it out. And I definitely want to, you know, I can't wait for the show. Honestly, I mean, I think if you don't know an artist until you see him live. That's
Exactly.
just how it is. And for me, anyway, I mean, when I see him live, that's the point where I'm like yes or no. And I've rarely ever disappointed with a live show. But
This is Tiger Army.
unless it's Tiger Army, I was kind of disappointed, really disappointed. Anyway, but with this Cody Jinks, you know, if the album is anything like we were talking about, his performance is going to be that much better about it, as far as
Mhm.
and
I got a good feeling about it.
yeah, no, I
just
can't
do.
wait. I can't wait. And of course, we're going to document as much as we can during that day. We'll try to Periscope or Snapchat or do something.
I'll be definitely posting
You know,
videos
if you guys
throughout
want,
the day on
you know-
Facebook and everything.
Yeah, and follow us, subscribe and stuff, and
Yep.
we will post whatever. We will post our adventure in Hollywood that day, because I tell you, we're gonna have a whole day. I mean, we are gonna
Yep.
have that whole day.
We're gonna go to the Rainbow, Amoeba, all that. We're gonna pay our respects to Lemmy when we get to the Rainbow, and then get lost in Amoeba, and hopefully we'll get to see the sound check and everything for Cody and Whitey.
Yeah,
That's another one, man. Whitey Morgan, man. I got every single one of his albums now, and I've just been putting one track. You know, right now I'm on his, I think his third album, and it's just called Whitey Morgan in the '78s. That's the second album, then, not the first. The second album. It's really good.
Grandpa's guitar is good. Did you hear that one?
Yeah, I've got that one.
That was a good one.
That one's got some good covers on there.
I love his
Justified,
Sonic
Just for
Ranch though,
You.
man. That just has a drive, dude.
Mhm.
It just grooves the whole damn
Sonic
thing.
Drive has that groove and that just straight up 1976, 75 outlaw country style to it.
Yeah.
With the rock drums in the back, with,
It's
thumping
got that
along.
wailing thump, man.
And then the wailing chicken
You know?
picking on the guitar and everything.
I love it. And here we
With
are.
the-
Here we
with
are
the
getting off
fader.
subject,
I
man.
know.
It's Cody Jinks. No, nonetheless, but yeah, we're gonna have to get out of here anyway. Look, we're close to 18 minutes already.
Oh no.
But yeah, Adobe Sessions, Cody Jinks, highly
Pick it up.
recommended by us,
Mhm.
and we will definitely be playing some tracks from that thing tonight. And if of course, this most likely is going to be posted after we air.
Well, luckily last time we got the video up before our second hour.
Yeah, it
last
was
week,
cool. So hopefully it happens this time.
Yep.
And then we will definitely. You can always go back and listen later on if you go on Mixler.com. Outlaw Saloon.
The Outlaw Saloon, not
the-
Outlaw. Yeah.
The Outlaw Saloon.
Yeah, because the
You
one
can,
that I had, there is an Outlaw Saloon when I first started this, and we don't go on that anymore. It was just a test run when I started the radio station. So when we got serious about it, I opened up a new account and put the Outlaw Saloon. If you go to just put Outlaw Saloon, it's not us.
Well, there you go. See?
Yeah. So
Don't listen to me. Listen to him.
put the Outlaw Saloon.
The Outlaw Saloon. But of course, you can go Twitter, Instagram. Instagram's been getting quite a few followers, actually. We got quite
We
a few.
got a lot of followers also on Facebook. We got our first hate message.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yes, we first got our first hate. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
No, I think we're kind of working in right now.
Mhm.
I think it's happening.
If it
now.
happens again, we'll see. We have to do another song and then put
We'll
it up on
practice
there.
first, though. We're gonna
Yeah.
make sure we're good before we post it up. Someone hated our song, but
Yeah.
you know, we did it on a whim. The take that you saw was the take that we did.
Yep.
And that was it. It was we didn't even practice. We just
Nah,
did it. But nonetheless, it was
was
fun. That's all. That's all we have. We just like to have fun. That's all we want to do. You know, that's why we do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
The show,
But
this,
keep
everything.
bringing on the shit. If you don't like it, I
Yeah.
want to hear it. I don't care.
Yeah. Critique. Everything's welcome.
Exactly.
Unless you're just being stupid, then whatever.
Yeah, well, you won't get a response back from us. You're just being dumb.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. You guys have a good Sunday. And if there's an album that you want us to listen to and review, please.
And if
By
you're
all
at
means.
Viva, be safe. Come back home.
Yes.
You know,
To
on your
Las Vegas.
travels back. Yeah, be safe out there. It looks like fun, man. I gotta go.
I was there once.
I know.
10 years ago, once. And I never went again.
We'll talk about this in another one. I got lots to say about that. But I like to go, but then I don't want to go at the same time. But
It's crowded.
there's other reasons, but I will get to that later.
It's just crowded.
Yeah.
That's all I get. Anyway, good night, guys, or goodbye, and
Goodbye.
we'll see you next week. And join in with the broadcasts on Sundays, 5 to 8 Pacific time.
Mixler.com.
Mixer.com. You guys have a good one. Thanks for joining us.
Later.